What's going on, guys? Cop Pizzle here. It's actually early in the morning, but I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking about a topic that just keeps bugging me, and I figured I guess I'd just throw it on YouTube and see where it goes. This goes beyond the fact of just the NFC East talk, because I know in NFC East talk we all talk about how all our players suck. And of course, being a Giants fan, I'm gonna get well, Eli Manning sucks. And that's fine. I understand that. But there was a thing last night on Stickam where a bunch of us were there talking about it, and I'd said that I thought Eli Manning was a top five quarterback. Well, I meant it more of a I felt that he was a top five quarterback in fantasy terms to put up numbers on some weeks, but I think that I more meant it that he had potential to be a top five NFL quarterback. Obviously, he hasn't played as a top five NFL quarterback this year, but I feel like he has he can be one. Uh, and basically, where a lot of it went with what he's done in years, and I felt that it wasn't fair that this year when Eli Manning has done good, no one's ever given him credit. No one's ever said, "Wow, Eli had a really good game." I mean, no one talks about the fact that against Dallas the first week he had a great game, and you didn't hear about it. And then all of a sudden, when he has a bad game against the Minnesota Vikings, everyone wants to come out of the woodwork to talk about how he sucks. And you know what? Maybe people have been saying, and people have been saying it for a while now. And I'm just here to just say that it's dumb, and I can't. Everyone, they just. I don't know if they necessarily hate on him because he's a Manning and they just want to see him do bad. It's like jealousy, but they do. And I understand. I think a lot of people also look at the draft as a big thing. But let me impose this question, everyone. Do you guys not get to pick where you get to work every day? Do you guys that are college students, do you guys not get to choose where you want to go to school? So it's okay for you to pick your job, but it's not okay for Eli to pick where he wants to go. And I understand that what he did is very different and it may look spoiled, but John Elway did the same thing. Okay, so it's not like it had never been done before. I don't blame Eli for not for picking and choosing where he wanted to go. Is he as great? Is he great enough to choose where he wants to go? Probably not. But to me, if you have a career and a future somewhere, and you wanted to go somewhere, do it, man. And you know what? To be honest with you, if I was a San Diego Chargers fan and Eli Manning said he didn't want to play for me, I would say, man, that sucks. But you know what? That's his own thing. And when he came to San Diego, I'd want to put some pressure on him, blitz him, and sack him, and make him pay. But you know what? He came to New York. And then the question last night about what's he like between Big Ben and Phillip Rivers. With Big Ben, he's got a Super Bowl ring, but then he had that year, last year, where he wasn't even on the field. And it's like you can win a Super Bowl, but you can take off the following year. And that's what Eli's been on the field every single year, even when he got hurt. And I don't think he was 100% against the Packers. He was on the field. He got pulled in the Dallas game because there was no reason to even be out there anymore. But you know what? He's never done anything stupid like that to go crash his motorcycle. And then we've talked about Big Ben. You got to talk about Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has had a decent career so far. He's had the best running back almost of all time behind him. He's had a great offensive line and a great defense. He was 14-2 last year as a quarterback of that team, but they didn't do anything. But let's don't look past. Let's don't. He's done good for San Diego. But did you ever see Eli blowing up on the sidelines with his running back like Phillip did this year? Yelling at LT causing a bunch of controversy. Eli's never done that, and yet Eli gets criticized for never really yelling or screaming. All I'm saying is, folks, that it's not fair to bury Eli when he does bad, but not give him props when he does good. And I'm telling you, I have so much faith in Eli Manning. I really do. that all those folks that are talking right now, that that I have been listening to lately, I will make sure that when Eli does good, that you guys hear about it, because it is not, he is an NFL quarterback, and NFL quarterbacks go through bad days. They do. Matter of fact, the Minnesota Vikings have owned Eli Manning, but you know what? The great Peyton Manning was owned by the Patriots for a long time. Every quarterback in the NFL always has that one team. They all do. And you know what? It's not fair to just constantly criticize him. I understand he's a professional, but like I said last night to someone, do you not have bad days at work? Okay? Realize that, guys, football is not a one-man game. It is 11 guys going out there in a unison trying to get an inch at a time, or a yard at a time, or 10 yards at a time, or 20 yards at a time. It's 11 guys. How do you know that wasn't just more of a team mess up than it was Eli? Did anybody notice that the protection was terrible? And Eli was running for his life? I'd throw 4 picks if I was running for my life. Trust me. A lot of quarterbacks would throw 4 picks. Peyton threw 4 picks, 6 picks in San Diego, but nobody wants to talk about how terrible he is. Maybe it's because he's done good, and I understand. And I like Peyton Manning. And I'm not trying to compare Eli to Peyton, but that's what everybody wants him to be. You can't compare Eli to Peyton anyways, because Peyton's going to end up want to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So, this video's running long, guys. Point is, I'm here to say that I don't care what Eli's done in the past or what he's done this year. I'm sticking behind Eli. I got Eli's back. And the bottom line is Eli is going to take this team to the playoffs this year. And not only to the playoffs, but he's going to win playoff games this year. Multiple playoff games. Count on it. And every single one of you who want to bash Eli now, you better get ready, because you're going to have to celebrate him at the end of the year, because I'll make sure of it. Cop Pizzle.